There are books that are banned, okay? And banned means you do not read these books. You do not have these books on your bookshelf. You really shouldn't be showing these books. They're banned, you are. I want you to know that this book is banned. If you're caught, you know, promoting this book in a way that, hey, you need to read it, it's banned. So why would a book like that be banned? Hello, Apple Brooks, honey. Why would a book like that be banned? Because I was looking at the places. Don't ask, Gina, how on earth did you get on top of that topic? Dad, don't ask. Don't ask. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. Look at this. So I don't know much about these. I'm not a big reader, you all. I really am not a big reader, but let me see this right here. Okay. Oh, Orwell's 1984 was challenged for its pro-communist and sexually explicit content. Now, this is Google search. So Google has put this out here as their #1 thing, you all. I don't know why the book is banned, but we're going to find out why that particular book and I guess some other books got banned. And Google's going to help us do it, you all. They're going to tell us why. If you never knew why that book was banned, you've heard about it, you didn't know nothing about it. Well, Google is going to help us understand why this book is banned. I'm going to find out something, and you're going to find out something. If you didn't know nothing, at least we'll find out something together. We can do it, you all, I promise, because we really need to know, what the cans and the can'ts do, what you can do, what you can't do, what you can read, what you can't read. We need to know. We need to know where they're coming from. Where did they draw their conclusion? Where did they come about banning it? Okay, let's look, you all. Orwell's 1984 for its pro-communist and sexually explicit content, alongside other subversive dystopian stories such as Orwell's Animal Farm and Aldous Huxley's Brave New World, but has since become known as one of the most significant rationalizations for freedom of speech and expression. That was from Variety thing. So let's see this. 1984. This is what some of the images look like. Look, Orwell's 1984 was published in 1949. This is right after the Roswell incident, you all. See, I like to tie it in with the aliens. They're bound to have something to do with it. 1984 was published in 1949 as a warning against totalitarianism and was banned. Oh, it was banned in the Soviet Union until 1988 by news agencies, Reuters. Oh, so why is it inappropriate, you all? We got to find out why that book is inappropriate for some to read. Well, hey, it is inappropriate because it's not suitable. Is it suitable for children? The short answer is this is no, it is not, because it contains complicated social themes, violence, and sex. This right here contains sex, and it is not suitable for children. Complicated social themes, violence, and sex. It is deemed inappropriate. Inappropriate. They banned it. Well, I don't want to read about violence and sex and stuff like that either. I don't want to read about it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. I want to see no evil, hear no evil, and speak no evil. I don't, you all. So, okay, you all. So that's what it was about. But let's come over here to the 1984. I shouldn't have to step up here on this, you all. I should bring this thing in a different place so I don't have to keep stepping up here, but I will. So 1949, 1949 It's right around the time when everything started happening in 1949. That is a significant timestamp on Earth's timeline, you are. It really is. It is a dystopian social science fiction novel and a cautionary tale by English writer George Orwell. It was published on the 8th of June of 1949. It was the ninth and final book completed in his lifetime. Well, the number nine is an ending. Doesn't 9 signify ending in numerology? The final book in his lifetime. Thematically, it's the consequences of totalitarianism, mass surveillance, and repressive regimentation. Oh, brainwashing. Oh, I didn't know it had brainwashing in it, you all. I didn't. Well, if there's a book like that that's going to brainwash you, certainly we don't want to be brainwashed, you all. We really don't want to be brainwashed at all. This is why this book is banned. Let's look at this a little more. I really had no idea because I did not read it, and I don't even want to read it. It's the concept that the human mind can be altered and it can be controlled by certain psychological techniques. Brainwashing is said to reduce its subject's ability to think critically or independently, to allow the introduction of new unwanted thoughts and ideals to change what? Change their mind. Change their mind? Change their something. What is, can we click into this? I trust Wikipedia right now to be our referencing to try to find out what they mean by brainwashing. Brainwash, you're washing your brain. They're washing your brain, you all, they really are. Let me see this. So brainwashing is known as, this is why this book is banned. Truly, if you're all just tuning in, this book is banned, and if you've never known the reason, I've never known the reason, I really haven't. I heard, I've heard things about it. I have not personally read it. I doubt if I could sit down in it and read it. I doubt if I want that embedded in my mind, because then it's stuck in my mind. I read it and it's embedded. But we're going to find out what they're talking about brainwashing, because this sounds pretty complicated, pretty serious. If that's in the book. Brainwashing, mind control, mentis. Oh, I don't even know what that word is. Never heard of that word in my life. Cohesive persuasion, thought control, thought reform, forced re-education is the concept of the human mind. Oh, okay, we got a human mind. Let me look at the human mind. It's the concept of the human mind, which is a set of faculties responsible for your mental phenomenon. Also, the term is also identified with the phenomenon themselves, that these faculties include thoughts, imagination, memory, and will and sensation. They're responsible for various mental phenomena. Okay, so thought reform, they can be altered. It's a concept that the human mind, thank you, can be altered and controlled by certain psychological techniques. Oh, brainwashing. Hey, I didn't know that was the symbol of brainwashing. Is that the symbol? Oh, that's psychology. Oh, okay. It's the scientific study of the mind. I thought that was the symbol for brainwashing, you all. I really did. I didn't know they had a symbol for brainwashing. That's psychology symbol. Now we learned something new. That's the symbol. Look, this is why that book is banned. It reduces its subject's ability to think critically and independently, to allow the introduction of new unwanted thoughts and ideals into their minds. as well as to change their attitudes, their values, and their beliefs. It was used in 1950, well, that's close to 1949, by the Chinese government, and appeared to make people cooperate during the Korean War. It was used during that time. It's used by this time, 1960s, 70s, CIA, MK Ultra experiments. Failed with no operational use of subject. Scientific, legal debate followed. All of this, they used LSD and stuff. Oh, wow. Okay, so we know a little bit more about the 1984 right there. It's a book that is banned, and we're learning about why is the book banned. Why is it banned, you all? Okay, so if you're just tuning in, I don't know if you've read that book. I've not read it. And there's people who have read it, and I don't know the gist of it. I thought like the Bible was the most banned book. I really did. But they banned it because it had like sex in it, and it wasn't appropriate for children to learn about sex. That's what they said. It was not appropriate. It was. That's what they said. It contained the alpha something. It contained violence, complicated social scene, violence, and sex. That was not appropriate. It got banned in the Soviet Union. It got banned in a lot of places. I'm supposed to be reading this bookie, whatever it is, Wikipedia, which, let's see it, you all. So, its ninth and final book. It centers on the consequences of totalitarianism, mass surveillance. What's that? Is that the symbol for mass surveillance? Is the intricate surveillance of the entire or substantial fraction of a population in order to monitor that group or citizens, and it's often carried out by local and federal governments or government organizations, such as organizations like the NSA and the likes of that. Let's see. We don't want to get too much in it. We just want to get like a layman's view of why, because they're telling us, and it looks like it's too long to read. Look how far up there that pointer thing is. It's going to go all the way down. You all, it's too much. So they used it. They did. Authoritarian. They're going to control the people behaviors. They got the thought police. Okay, well, let's see. Orwell was a democratic socialist. I did not know that. A left-wing political philosophy that supported political democracy. Hey, that rhymes. Left-wing political philosophy that supports political democracy and some form of a socially owned economy with a particular emphasis on economic democracy, workplace democracy. Workers self-manage it within a market of socialist economy in an alternative form. So this is Wikipedia's thing, and I'm sure at the bottom, they got their sites at the bottom for when they do this, you all. So it modeled the authoritarian state in the novel Stalinist Russia and Nazi Germany, and it examined the role of truth and facts. Oh, this book examined the role of truth and facts within societies and the ways in which they can be manipulated. Oh, wow. So that's the reason why this book was banned. It took place in the imagined future. Where are we at, you all? The imagined future of, where are we at? Oh, of 1984, when much of the world is in a perpetual war. And they got a leader. Oh, they got a super state of Oceania. What is Oceania? Great Britain, now known as Airstrip 1, became a province of the totalitarian superstate, a large, powerful state that was formed when several smaller countries unite. A large and powerful state formed from federation or union of nations, a hybrid form of polity that combines features of ancient empires and modern state. A super state. A super state. Oh. Federation. We did a video. We did a video. We did a video. It was on, what was it on? Armageddon. Armageddon. We did a video on Armageddon, was it? It was something about the aliens. And it was when, what video was it? They talked about the Federation of something, the Federation, and it was talking about, I don't know. But we got superstates. We got superstates that are formed by smaller states and unions and nations. So that's really Oceania. I've heard of Oceania. Oceania, where is Oceania? Oh. I don't, see, this is better than reading the book. You don't need to read the book. You don't need to read the book. You just need to listen to what Wikipedia has to say about why that book is banned. That's why we need to know. We don't need to read it. We can use the Wikipedia because it has all kinds of credits to where they got all their information from. They're going to tell us exactly why that book was banned. So this is good. They're going to put it all in a nutshell. All in a nutshell. So 1984, the world is divided into 3 super states: Oceania, Eurasia, and Italia. Right there, however you want to pronounce it, who are all fighting each other, oh my gosh, in a perpetual war in a disputed area called the Equatorial Front. All that Oceania citizens know about the world is something. So where is it? Oh, this is wild, you all. Okay, so we got that. If you're just tuning in, I want to know why that book is born, because I don't know why. But they're talking about some disambiguation right there. That's a big word, disambiguation. It relates to more than one page. Okay. I thought it was like discombobulated. Yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, I feel so discombobulated. And I read that word disambiguation. Oh, my goodness gracious. So we got an authoritarian state. Okay. Great Britain, they got Big Brother. We got Big Brother. Is a fictional character. He's ostensibly the leader of Oceania, a totalitarian state wherein the ruling party wields total power. I don't even know where the Oceania was at, because it didn't say where the Oceania was at. Did you see where Oceania was? Let me look. What is it? Because I don't know. Oceania is pink. It's pink. Oceania is the pink according to this legend. You see that? Is it pink? Yeah, it's pink. It's pink according to the legend. Okay, now I got it. I thought Oceania, I thought they was talking about an ancient, like, the Atlanteans and stuff like that. So they're talking about Oceania, and they got a big brother. A big brother is a dictatorial leader supported by an intense cult of personality manufactured by the party's thought police. So Big Brother is the fictional character in that novel. And really, that 1949 is only a couple years away from the 1947 Roswell incident and the Dead Sea Scrolls time and the Admiral Byrd time. Okay, he is ostensibly the leader. You know what I thought it said, okay, ostensibly. O-S-T, does anybody know what the word O-S-T-E-N-S-I-B-L-Y means, you all? So I don't have to look it up. Because I wish they would have put a little link there to know what the word ostensible meant. Can I do that, you all? an ostensibly leader of the Oceania, a totalitarian state, um, totalitarian state, wherein the ruling party is, wields total power for its own sake over the inhabitants. Um, okay, pretend. Okay, he is the pretend leader. Is it really? Oh, thank you. That's good. I know it. The pretend leader. Okay, we got a pretend leader. Okay, you all. So we're telling why, if you never knew why the book 1984 was banned, like me, I don't know because I didn't read it. Yeah. Arg. Stubborn adhering to an attitude, opinion, course of action, and thank you, Beachy. So this is it. So they got a leader. They got the thought police, which is a secret police of a super state who discover and punish thought crimes. If you think of something, you're going to get punished. Personal and political thoughts unapproved by the regime. The think pool use criminal psychology and omnipresent stuff. So you don't want to. So you got a ministry of truth, the ministry of peace and love. I love the ministry of love. Are the four and ministry of plenty. Where's the other one? Let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 ministries of the Oceania dystopian. Oh, wow. Okay, you all, we don't have to read the book because it's banned. That's why you're not reading it. It's much of the world is in a perpetual world, and they got an omnipresent global mass surveillance of entire populations across national borders. If you're just tuning in, you all, we're finding out why the book 1984 has been banned. And if you are a person who don't like to read and you know nothing about that book like me other than hearsay, and you only have a little bit of hearsay because you didn't want to hear what they had to say. You didn't want to hear it, so it's why it's kind of hearsay. So let's see. They use that and historical negationation. Oh, let's see what this means. Historical negationism, called denialism, is a falsification or distortion of a historical record. It should not be conflated with historical revisionism, a broad term that extends to newly evidenced, fairly reasoned, and academic reinterpretations of history in attempting to revise the past. It's illegitimate something. Okay, propaganda is, propaganda. It's a I was going to say communism, but it's a communication that's primarily used to influence or persuade an audience to further an agenda, which may not be objective and may be selectively presenting facts to encourage a particular synthesis or perception, or using loaded language to produce an emotional response or something like that. So you know what propaganda, this is why this book, I just want to tell you, this book is banned, more or less. It is a big no-no because of what it stands for. And if you've never read it and you was wondering what it's about, I'm trying to read it. And you all, Applebrooks, honey, I'm sorry you're so busy over there. If we got any other moderators on here, because if we need to put in a moderator, I'm sure we can throw another moderator in here, unless Applebrooks, honey's got it, you all. I know people may not like this book. I'm just trying to figure out what it's about. I really am, just the gist of it. Yeah, just the gist of it. Oh, Applebrooks, honey, thank you. That's why we love our Applebrooks, honey. We do. You all, so we trying to find out about this book because I don't know about it. So we got an omnipresent. It's always there. Omnipresent. It's always there because it's got mass surveillance. Okay. So we have a protagonist, a diligent mid-level worker of the ministry of truth, secretly hates the party and dreams of rebellion. Forbidden diaries and stuff. Oh, somebody is the subject to months of psychological manipulation and torture. Oh, that's not nice. Of ministry of love. You would think that ministry of love would be something good, not torture and manipulation, and is released once he has come to love the big brother. Oh, you've got to have your mind changed. Okay, I don't like that kind of love. If it's not free and if it doesn't come naturally, don't force me to love you, because I'm going to, inside in me, if you're going to try to force me to love you, inside of me, I'm going to rebel. And I may just say, my words will be empty. They'd be totally empty. And I'll say, oh, I love you too. All the while I'm thinking something different in my mind. Okay, you are. So this is why the book is banned. Oh, well, see, we're almost done. They got all this other stuff. So, it's an example. It's a classic literary example of political dystopian fiction popularized during the Orwellian. It's an adjective, including the big brother, the double think. Double think is a process of indoctrination in which subjects are expected to simultaneously accept two conflicting beliefs as truth, often at odds with their own memory or sense of reality. Doublethink is related to, but differs, a different form of hypocrisy. Well, it brings about a state of confusion. Well, I've been feeling a little confused lately. I have. I've been coming a little confused lately. Thought police, is secret police of the superstate of Oceania who discover and punish your thought crimes on political thoughts unapproved. Oh, so you're going to get in trouble, according to that book. Freedom, you violate the freedom of expression. Freedom of speech is a principle that supports freedom of an individual or a community to articulate their opinions and ideas without fear of retaliation, censorship, or legal sanction. The right to freedom of expression has been recognized as a human right in the Universal Declaration of something. So, a double think. What's that? A newspeak. Yeah, we were trying to figure out why the book got banned, and Wikipedia has broken it down to us, and we don't have to read the book. We can read the book, or we can find out what it's all about just in this little bit of this video right here. Right here, 1984. Newspeak is the fictional language of Oceania, a totalitarian superstate. To meet the ideological requirements of Ingsoc in Oceania, the party created Newspeak, which is controlled language of simplified grammar. What? Simplified grammar? Let me see. If we are to open this in the New Times, simplified grammar, what is this? Simplified grammar. All right, to see, we got a simplified grammar. Let me see if you have. Okay, we got to find out. We got to find out what Newspeak is. I've heard of it, but we got to learn about it according to the Wikipedia and their sources. Okay, we are. So it's a fictional language of Oceania, totalitarian superstate, to meet the ideological requirements of English socialism in Oceania. The party created the Newspeak, which is a controlled language of simplified grammar, restricted vocabulary, designed to limit the individual's person's ability for critical thinking and to articulate subversive concepts such as personal identity, self-expression, and free will. In Oceania, such thoughts are thought crimes that contradict Ingsoc's orthodoxy. Oh. So you have a certain grammar. It's a simplified, it's making me lightheaded. I like my grammar. Simplified grammar. And it's a thought crime that contradicts the leader, then you can get yourself in trouble. How are they going to read your thoughts? You got to think it through yourself. How are you going to read your thoughts in your head, really? You got to read those thoughts in your head. That's why this book is banned, you all. It's talking about this fictional stuff. So we know what newspeak is. It's a language in this hypothetical world. The principles of Newsweek, oh wow, explains they follow most of the English grammar, yet in a language characterized by continually diminishing the vocabulary, and complete thoughts are reduced to simple forms of simplistic meaning. The political contradictions of Newspeak, Ministry of Truth, plenty, German, Russian contradictions, Gestapo stuff, Political Bureau of something, Communist Party. Contradictions are syllabic abbreviation, shortened forms of phrases, and the word abbreviation can itself be represented as the ABBRV. I remember that. You remember that? You know how people be using, do I want to say syntax? When they say like be right back, BRB, be right back. Well, because sometimes they use phrases or LMAO, laugh my ASS off. I guess. Acronyms, thank you. That's the word I'm looking for. It hides the ideological content of speech from the speaker and the listener. In contemporary political usage, the newspeak is used to impugn an opponent who the attacker claims is introducing new definitions of words to suit his or her agenda. So, okay, you got that. So, that's what that is, you all. So this is what we got. A double think. We learned about what double think is, thinking two thought concepts at once, and you pitting them against one another, and it's like a hypocritical person. Thought police. You're not allowed to speak certain words according to that, and it's displays a perversion. It's satire. He said his book is satire, and it's a display of the perversions to which centralized economy is liable. Something resembling it could arrive. Modern libraries. So we trust in Wikipedia to tell us the truth. We really are. To the 1984 George Orwell thing, which really is like a banned book. It's a banned book. It's banned books because of its sexually explicit content. And you can see it right there. A dystopian novel. It's cautionary tale. The main plot of it, you can look at it. They got all this information. They wrestle with the oppression in Oceania, a place where the party scrutinizes human actions with ever-watchful Big Brother defying a ban on individuality. He dares to express his thoughts in a diary and pursues a relationship. Well, you are in trouble. You are. So this is, that's why it's banned, because of that, you are. So if you've ever wondered why that book right there got banned, I guess you know. You know, and I know now that, hey, that looks like the sun or something. We know why it's banned. So I am going to go. I am. So you don't have to read the book. We took it from the Wikipedia. Let me show you right now really fast where we got to the Wikipedia and see all the credits that they had on here. Because we trust Wikipedia to tell us the truth, because they better have their sightings. Look, 1947, that's the Orwell. That's the aliens, 1947 Roswell. Wow, you all, look at that. He wrote it. right there, 1947. Wow, I think it has something to do with the aliens. I really, really do. Look at all of this. This is Oceania that has the dictator. Look at all of this, Ministry of Plenty, Truth, and all of that, you all. Look at all of it. It's censorship. The most notable, it censors people, sources of motifs. That's what he looked like. I know that's Stalin, I guess. Oh, that's this other guy. He could have been his double. I want to see the, let's see, they gave it a critical reception. Look at, they got it all. You want to see it? They got it all. They got, look at all of their, look at all of this. All of their citations, their references, all of it, you all. They got how many references and citations? They really did their work. 147. Then general and credit references, further reading. Look at all of that stuff, you all. It's wonderful. So now I know what it's about. Now you know what it's about. If you didn't want to read it, you didn't have to read it because Wikipedia told us what it's about, and that's why that book is banned. It is unsuitable for children and adults alike. It is. So I'm going to go, and with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you.